Hey friends, if you watch my channel long enough or you know me well enough in person, you're gonna catch on that teaching brings me some of the greatest joy I've ever felt in my life. And on the flip side of that coin, nothing brings me more sorrow than somebody not having access to or the ability to learn something because of their surroundings or their resources. So in this video, I'm going back to the basics. And what I want to try to do is get you set up on the very beginning program in Java on some tools that are going to help you do this for free in a very fun playground kind of way. And you could learn pretty much anything you'd need to do to start your path in becoming a computer science expert and wherever that takes you. Let's look at what we got today. So the first two things we're going to need today, we're going to start with a free GitHub account. You're going to go to github.com, and if you don't already have an account, many of you may already have this. You'll sign up, the username, email, password, it's the usual. You're going to fill this out. They're going to send you an email to verify your email, and you'll be set up with an account. And then once you have that, you can use this to go look up the CS50 IDE. IDE standing for Integrated Development Environment, and basically that just means it's going to give you a place to run programming, right? So here we see some C, you can run Java in here, you can run Python in here. So this really gives you a tool where you can make code and it's free. If you haven't checked out CS50, it is an awesome program. I'll let you go and Google that and you can learn about all the resources that Harvard's put out to make computer science fundamentals free to everyone. So it's pretty awesome that they did that. Let's go ahead, and once you have that account, you'll log in, you'll click here, and you'll see it'll want you to log in with your GitHub credentials. Once you have those credentials in, it'll automatically sign you in like it does for me here. All right, so once we're in, you can go ahead and kind of get the run of the place and look around. You'll see that down here, you're gonna have your terminal where you're going to have all of your output. And I believe, yes, this is a bash terminal, so you can run bash commands in here if you're familiar with that. If you're not, don't worry about it. That's not a big deal and not what we're covering here, but it is part of this IDE. You'll see over here you have your file structure, you have your directory over here. You'll have your typical toolbar like you would have in any kind of text editor or word processor. A couple of buttons to deal with your folders, your files, and adding them. And then over here, you'll see you have your rubber ducky. This is a way to kind of debug using the rubber ducky method. And in here, if you get stuck, you can kind of start to type out some of your thoughts and say, well, you see, and the ducky will throw you a quack back. So cool. All that said, let's get started. I wanted to get you going on the just most basic playground for a Java project. So over here, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and right click, and I'm going to create a new file. And for this, I'm just going to call it sample.java. Right? And now that I have sample.java, I can open that up here, and you'll notice there's nothing inside of it. It does recognize that I am working in Java because I have the .java extension. So here, I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you how you would do this. I'm going to start and say public class, letting Java know that this is, in fact, the class that I want to make. And it needs to have the same name as my file, right? Just without the .java. So you'll see, because it's an IDE, it went ahead and grabbed that second bracket for me. So that's convenient. I'm going to put a couple spaces, and then I'm going to start with what we call the main method. So that's going to be public static void main. And then here I'm going to put a string array of args. Stands for arguments. Open up another set of brackets, and just like that, we have our first Java program, but it doesn't do anything yet. So let's make it do something. We'll take the first step we always take in computer science on our first journey into this wide world. We'll just type out hello world. Down here, we will type out Java compile. So that's JVAC is what that looks like, Java compile. And we'll tell it sample.java is what we want to compile. We'll see the computer run a couple things, and then you should see this sample.class pop up showing that the project has been compiled. So now you'll just tell it Java sample. We run it, and we've got hello world. And so there you have it. Right in front of you, you have the keys to the kingdom, and anything you put in here is going to run, maybe with some errors. But you're ready to get started on a Java tutorial and learn some incredible stuff. I can't wait to see what you learn.